Welcome back, homesteaders of Tamriel. I'm Cal, and today I'm sharing my design for the Ample Domicile of Shadowfen. You might not recognize it, and that's because I've completely converted it to a Fargrave courtyard and townhome to act as a new headquarters for Arox. The Ample Domicile is available for just under 200,000 gold, and it will require you to complete the Egg and Root achievement to purchase it for gold. The furnishing limit is surprisingly generous for a home this size, providing 400 traditional furnishing slots for ESO Plus subscribers. This home is also in a great location, situated just a few steps away from Stormhold, which you may recall from my Daily Writ video is one of the best Daily Writ cities in the base game, and a decent shopping hub to boot. But I don't care much for the original aesthetic of this home, and that's when I realized I had an opportunity to correct a grievous oversight on the part of ZeniMax and make my dream of a medium-sized Fargrave home a reality. So, this is my take on the Ample Domicile as a Fargrave townhouse with a courtyard. I've spent millions of gold covering up the Argonian architecture and swampy backdrop before dropping in my collection of amenities and crafting stations. Now, obviously we've got the famous Daedrat patrolling the courtyard, but he's also recruited 4 other Daedrats to hang out with him. You'll find them lounging on the balcony above the door for now. Then, right next to the home's entrance, I've added a new and improved version of my storage shed, complete with some Fargrave flair. All 8 storage chests are accessible here, along with my complete collection of Mid-Year Mayhem books, The Song of Pelennor, Volumes 1 through 8. Next, I had just enough room for either a merchant or a banker, and I opted for the merchant this time around. So, I went ahead and set up a little wares cart for our peddler of prizes, and I even added a couple flight paths for the bird to help bring the courtyard to life. You can see I've used a collection of boulders and other vegetation to disguise some of the ugly seams and decorate the other side of the courtyard. Perhaps not the most on theme, as nothing much seems to grow in Fargrave, but we've got to work with what we've got here in ESO. If we get more thematically appropriate furnishings in the future, I'd actually love to return to this part of the design and swap out a few pieces. Now, as we head back into the breezeway here, you'll see my crafting stations scattered about. I've opted to give them a bit of decor, and then I really wanted to make the Daedric Enchanting station a real set piece. So we've got Fargrave levitating books, a Daedric tapestry, and some Daedric-themed trophies on the wall. The final piece of my courtyard, and possibly the most exciting, is my very own Hall of Portals. That's right. If you're using the Essential Housing Tools add-on, you should see these paintings come to life with animated portals that connect this home to 3 of my other favorites. The portal on the left will take you to my Cyrodiilic jungle house. In the center is, of course, my Hall of the Lunar Champion, and on the right is my Antiquarian's Alpine Gallery. I will link the playlist that includes all 3 home tours here in the video if you want to check them out next, or visit them in-game. They're all open to the public. Now, if you're using EHT, you might also have noticed the fog effect I've applied to the courtyard, as well as the custom skybox FX, which is a little bit closer to the Fargrave skybox. I'm still getting better at using EHT, but my favorite feature is the FX. Adding portals between my homes and effects like fog can give a home greater purpose and really enhance the vibe. Now that you've seen the courtyard, let's head inside the townhouse, which has been fully converted as well. Now, while the courtyard is for Arox, I figured the inside would be designed for my character. So it's a fairly standard bedroom, showing off my collection of paintings, a few other odds and ends. I've also got a dye station in here in case I want to work on an outfit with warmer lighting. Now, I'd love to take the interior even further, but I'm keeping it simple for now. And that's it. Thanks for joining me for a tour of my take on the Ample Domicile as a Fargrave home for Arox. I hope you enjoyed walking through my latest ESO house design today. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank my patrons. I shared an early look at this home with them a couple weeks ago. And if you'd like to help support the channel and gain access to bonus content like that behind the scenes video, be sure to check out my Patreon using the link on screen or in the description below. That's going to do it for me today. I'll be back again next week with my coverage on the Necrom expansion. Until then, safe travels in Tamriel. Bye for now, everybody.
I do not stand on ceremony. You may address me as Lord Arox or the Mutilator. I have been working to exert my dominion over the rats of the mortal world. Simple 2 hands, but with them I shall build an empire of ash and ruin.